Chapter 4. After lunch in the cafeteria, we went out for recess. Michael's birthday was last week, and we were all playing with the yo-yos that we got in our goodie bags at the end of his party. Yo-yos are cool. Emily was looking worried as usual. I think my tooth is going to fall out soon, she said. It's really loose. Maybe we should tell Dr. Floss that your tooth is about to fall out, Andrea told Emily. I'm scared, said Emily, who's scared of everything. That's a terrible idea, I said. Dr. Floss is weird. I don't even think she's a real dentist. A real dentist would never let kids eat junk food. Maybe Dr. Floss kidnapped the real dentist who was supposed to visit our school, said Ryan. Stop trying to scare Emily, said Andrea. I'm scared, repeated Emily. I'm afraid my tooth is going to fall out any minute. I can feel it with my tongue. I'm going to go get Dr. Floss, Andrea said, and then went running into the school. Do you think Dr. Floss is going to pull out my loose tooth? Emily asked. Sure, I told her. That's what dentists do. They love it when kids have loose teeth. Whew, your parents are going to have to pay a lot of money to Dr. Floss to pull out that tooth, Neil told Emily. How much do you think it'll cost? Asked Emily. I don't know, said Ryan. How much does a car cost? About $1 million, I guess. I have no idea how much a car costs, but I know it costs a lot of money. What a scam, said Alexia. If you don't do anything, your tooth will just fall out on its own at some point. That's when I got a great idea. You don't need Dr. Floss, you know, I told Emily. We can pull out that loose tooth for you. You can? Sure, I said, unrolling my yo-yo. Look. We can just put the loop at the end of the string around your loose tooth. Give the yo-yo a yank, and your tooth will pop right out. Are you sure? Asked Emily. She looked nervous. Sure, I'm sure. Easy peasy. And you won't have to pay Dr. Floss a dime. What a great idea, said Alexia. AJ, you should get the Nobel Prize. Well, okay, I guess, said Emily. Alexia tried to put the loop of the yo-yo string around Emily's loose tooth. She was struggling with it. The yo-yo string was too thick, Alexia said. The loop won't fit around the tooth. Every problem has a solution. That's what my parents always tell me. And that's when I got the greatest idea in the history of the world. Dental floss, I shouted. I took the dental floss that Molar Monkey gave me out of my pocket and unspooled it. It stretched all the way to the swing set. Alexia tied one end of the dental floss to Emily's loose tooth. Dental floss is much thinner than yo-yo string, so it slipped right on. Hey, I have an idea, said Ryan. Why don't we tie the other end of the dental floss to a swing and have somebody sit on the swing? When they swing forward, it will pull the tooth out. You're a genius, said Michael. Ryan should really be in the gifted and talented program. He tied the end of the dental floss to the swing. Alexia climbed into the swing and started to move. We moved Emily behind the swing so there was just a little slack on the dental floss. I'm scared, said Emily. There's nothing to worry about, I assured her. This is the same thing Dr. Floss would do, but we're going to do it for free. Is everybody ready? Ready, everybody shouted. Open your mouth, Emily, shouted Neil. Emily opened her mouth. On your mark, I shouted. Get set, swing! Alexia picked up her feet and swung forward. The line of the dental floss got tight. Then something went flying out of Emily's mouth. Ah! Emily shouted. My tooth fell out. Of course your tooth fell out, I told her. That's what was supposed to happen. You should have been there. We all clapped because our genius plan had worked perfectly. But Emily was yelling and screaming and hooting and hollering and freaking out. I've got to do something, she yelled. And then she went running into the school. Sheesh, get a grip. And that's the end of chapter 4. Check back tomorrow for chapter 5.